I'd like to take the time to introduce you to two products in our current product offering. RaceNote is a motorsports management platform that makes race teams faster. Our technology allows teams to make better decisions quicker. We do this via a real-time product, RaceNote RaceDay, and our post-race product, RaceNote Platform. So let's start off with our real-time product, RaceNote RaceDay. This is RaceNote RaceDay. RaceDay collects race communication, converts it to text, and then classifies or categorizes it. This gives instant insight into your competition strategies, handling feedback, etc. I've turned on the audio from the NASCAR Sprint Cup race at Kentucky from this past spring for us to get a good look at race day. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is how the utterances are displayed, and each of the columns are configurable for the user to define. The first column we have set up is our everything column. As you can see, there's a lot of data and a lot of audio activity if you look at every little utterance. The idea of having user-defined columns and configurations is to make the data bite-sized. So, in your case, if you're on the pit box of the 19 car and the 4 car is running well, you're capable of looking just at his car or even other Stewart-Haas cars. To do that, we click on a new column or add a feed, and we're capable of picking out any driver that we like. Now, currently this is configured to have the top 20 in points, so if you see drivers missing, this is why. The second layer of defining the column is based on the classification. We have 5 classifications for every utterance: adjustment, important, balance feedback, and pit strategy. The 5th classification, unimportant, is for the most part situational spotting. Door, bumper, clear, too high, etc. None of this is included with race day. Important is our catch-all. If something is important but it's not considered to be adjustment, balance feedback, or pit strategy, it is dumped into the important. To confirm and set up this column, press the green button, Save Changes. And there you'll see the column specifically for the Stewart-Haas racing teams that are within the top 20 in points. Now, one item to note is that our product currently does not have voice diarization capabilities, meaning visually you can't see who is speaking. However, each utterance can be played. You can look at it in 2 different ways. One is to merely just listen to it. The other is to be able to visually see it and be able to toggle back and forth between utterance to utterance. In this case, you'd be able to do play all, so everything that's been said from the green flag would play in this. This is used primarily for those who are on the pit box and a little bit in the war room, but primarily on the pit box. As you can see by playing this, you're now able to know exactly who the speaker was should that provide value. Our goal is to be able to have the speaker note on each utterance, but that's not yet quite possible for us. One small item to note is the ability to eliminate a column. With using RaceDay on a tablet, having many columns occupies a significant amount of real estate. So, as the race progresses and certain teams' communications become perhaps less important, you have the ability to swap out and feed columns. You do that merely by dropping this down, going to the bottom, and removing the column. The next piece I want to draw your attention to is the search and feature capability of RaceDay. Like I said earlier, looking at every utterance is quite difficult as it's just too much data for one person to process. Columns and feeds make this palatable for real-time consumption, and our search feature makes past communication even more palatable. Let's take a look at the search feature. The search feature is the second tab on the top of the screen. Kentucky strangely became a fuel strategy race. As the race progressed, more ears were aimed on fuel consumption and who was saving the most. The search feature allows teams to be able to search the entire race as a whole. What we're capable of doing is merely typing in the word gas and searching for laps. We're only on lap 25, so our query may not provide as many results as what we'd like. Decide on what we want to do for classifications. We can do all search. You'll see the results for your query to the column to the right. Anything related to gas will surface via natural language processing. So associated words like fuel will also surface. And just like the live feed, you're capable of looking at only the data that you want to. You're capable of being able to toggle between race day as well as search results and go back and forth between the two. This is RaceNote RaceDay. It serves as a real-time product that currently is focused primarily on audio. As I mentioned earlier, our secondary product, RaceNote Platform, is our post-race product. Typically, teams use this product to centralize data such as car settings, multimedia, etc. For sake of this demo, we're going to focus on the audio portion of the RaceNote platform. This data and audio is presented in real time on race day, so it's not only valuable during the race, but there's also value to this audio post-race. So let's take a look at that product. What we are looking at now is RaceNote platform. I'd like to show you the audio and data within the RaceNote platform. We'll look at the left side for the most Kentucky race. Click on that. Jump to the right session, which is the race. Scroll down to the transcriptions tab. And here we will see all the transcriptions for this specific race. It is arranged by the driver and carries the same characteristics as what the real-time product does. What I mean by this is that the classifications of each utterance that were displayed on RaceNote are transferred over to platform as well. The same goes for searchability as well as playback. Show you what I mean by scrolling through here. You're capable of not only seeing what was said, you're capable of seeing the classification and playing it.
Here, Brett.
You also have the capability of toggling and playing all of the different utterances back to back. Kentucky was a race of fuel conservation. This tool allows you to dig into strategy, when they started saving, etc. It's also to be noted that these transcriptions can be exported into PDF format. This is done with a click of a button, and it's sent directly to your email address. It's done simply by doing this. The confirmation is sent to your email address, and you'll get a PDF of this entire transcription. You also have the capability of being able to do this for all of them, instead of doing each individual driver at once. That concludes the demo of RaceNote Race Day and RaceNote platform. I know that was a lot of information in a short amount of time, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, either by email, Dusty, D-U-S-T-Y, @racenote.com, or phone 402-459-1744.